Good molweni, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do hope that you have subscribed. My name is Ulwando Nyweba and I am a YouTuber. I recently joined the YouTube space about a year ago, and I have had quite the interesting journey in learning, in content creation, nerves, understanding YouTube, understanding so many things that we actually take for granted when we watch celebrated content creators work that happens before a person can sit down and record. Like today, I had to make sure that I woke up feeling like I want to talk and sit and record at a specific time. But there are so many reasons to YouTube and why I do the things I do. For this episode, I wanna introduce you to an organization called CreateZA. I have received quite a few questions regarding YouTube as people who are interested in joining it. As much as I'm a content creator for events related issues, people obviously see a person they relate to, which is me. Because I was able to do it, it makes it even that much more possible to them. So they've had questions for me that actually made me look more into YouTube to actually answer those questions. So I do believe that I do have a little bit to share. And now that what I know and what I struggled to learn put together with the CreateZA team, out of this world content that is gonna be coming from my channel, guys. CreateZA is primarily an organization that hosts workshops for creators in South Africa. They go around the country to do this, finding potential content creators who they feel would be worthy to be in these workshops because they saw there was a great need for our content to be at the level that the world was in so that we could also compete in the same space. Now, yours truly was fortunate enough to be selected as one of the delegates or participants for this workshop. So I am currently in this workshop, and guys, I'm a person who loves to learn things, and I've enjoyed my experience so much with the CreateZA team. More than anything, I'm enjoying what I'm learning because I have reference to it. Because in the beginning of my YouTubing space, I had to source out my own information myself. Some of the things I was doing, and I didn't even know there were meanings or words or phrases for them, but I was doing them because I wanted to learn and do my best. So being in the program with CreateZA and the team, everything's just an aha moment for me. One of the main important things that I've learned in my research and my processes in learning YouTubing and with CreateZA is that one of the most important things, I'm repeating myself, is that you need to know your niche. You need to know what is it that makes your channel special. What is it that you are pinpointing in the market that you see is a small and very special subject that you know more than everybody else about, and people would be eager and interested to listen to you talk about. A big part of your channel is knowing your niche and knowing what it is that makes you special. For me, my niche is in events planning. Now, I found that there were quite a few channels out there in the World Wide Web, guys, about eventing, balloons and flowers, but there weren't that many in South Africa, and the few that I did find in South Africa were not talking about the things that I wanted to talk about. So that immediately told me I was on the right track to finding my niche. What is my niche? It's in the fact that my content to my South African viewers is relatable. It is because I speak a language that is understandable. I do not use too much jargon. So even a person who still wants to get into the industry is able to watch my videos because I speak from a space of knowledge, of teaching, of sharing. I also plug you on things that I know that when I started my eventing career, I struggled on. And CreateZA emphasizes the fact that you have to know your why. Why are you starting the channel? Knowing all these amazing things about your why, your niche, how to keep fresh, there's also another important part that CreateZA puts a lot of emphasis on, and that is the quality of your content. How do you make sure you are putting out good content? That also plays a part in your equipment, your lighting, to pre and post production of your videos. But do not be deterred. I'm about to share with you the bits that I have learned from CreateZA. A person, as I said in the beginning, who enjoys to write things down. I have 2 books that I would like to introduce you to. This is my eventing book, or rather journal, and this is my YouTube book. Now this is my Bible, guys, when it comes to all things YouTubing. My whole entire experience and existence on the YouTube space is in this book. And all the things that I was doing, I did not know there were actually important things such as pre-production. I did not know I was doing pre-production when I was setting up and planning for my videos. CreateZA is teaching, and what I've discovered, especially with me, is that it's actually given more value to what I do. That I should not just look at myself as a YouTuber, as someone who posts videos. I'm actually a content creator. I am a director. I am a script writer. I am my own stylist. I am my own producer. I am also my own makeup artist on the day that I wear makeup, and I'm also my location director. Guys, I am so many titles. So please, starting today, let's put more value in what we do. Thank you so much, CreateZA, for making me feel that much more important and me putting that much more of an emphasis in what I do as a content creator. So in my book, guys, before I even think to sit in front of the camera, I do a thing called pre-production. Now, pre-production is when I plan on my thumbnails. How will I take the pictures? I think about location. Where am I gonna shoot? What time am I gonna shoot? I think about what will I wear. I also go and think about how am I gonna talk? What am I gonna say? I actually write down, guys, as you can see. I write down a script of what exactly it is that I'm going to say, so that whatever information I'm giving to you, I make sure actually it has direction and I don't have to ramble on. Come recording day, because I spent so much time on my pre-production, I then realized that I cut so much time that I waste on my fumbling across my entire videos. And also too, I save time in that I get straight to the point of what I want to say to you. It also allows me to ease my nerves, because before I sit down in front of the camera, I actually practice. I stand in front of the mirror and I rehearse what I'm gonna say. This morning, when I knew that I was gonna record this CreateZA scoop for you guys, I woke up and did my checks. On recording day, I check my outfit, is it ready? Obviously the night before I would have made sure it was ready, so check, outfit is ready. I get my equipment sorted. I make sure my stand is correctly working. I clear my SD card for space. I then make sure that my battery is charged. Then I sit down and wait for the opportune time that I plan for to shoot, and make sure that more than anything, another good point, guys, is sound. When I do speak to you, it's very important that I'm in a good mood. That way I'm excited. If we go back to talking about a niche, if your subject matter on your channel is something that you are passionate about, you will always be excited when you have to share the information. Excitement then speaks to pitch and tone, and make sure that my voice, everything is carried to you, or rather for me now, is carried to my device, because I use a Canon G7X to shoot my videos, so it has an onboard microphone. Obviously, we cannot all start our channels with cameras. Same with me. When I started my channel last year, I was using an iPhone 7 and I recorded with my phone and I recorded with my phone and I didn't upload back then. I would edit directly on the phone and upload to YouTube. In the beginning, it was fine, but once I started learning more information about sound, I realized that I could improve my sound by getting a microphone. Unfortunately, I didn't have the funds. And a friend of mine said to me, Luando, you can actually use your earphones from the phone. They have a microphone in the cord where you click your volume to go up and down. So I went onto YouTube, obviously, and I read up and I watched videos about this, and he was correct. So for vast majority of my videos towards the end of last year, I actually used to have a microphone, or rather the earphone over here, and the microphone would be somewhere around here on my whatever it is that I was wearing, and I would have the cord going all the way to the actual phone. I had my phone switched to my front camera, that way I would be able to see myself during recording, and that made such a huge difference with my sound quality, because now I did not have to fight with a lot of things when I was talking. My sound would just go down like this, whereas now I need to make sure when I speak I project so you can hear me clearly. Moving on a little bit with sound, it also goes back to pre-production, where it is that you are going to film plays a huge part in anything that interferes with your sound. 2, you also have to consider your lighting. Currently right now I'm sitting next to a window on my right hand side. This whole wall is a window, so I have all that light coming in. My blinds are halfway open, so the light comes in just enough but not too sharp enough to give too much whiteness and brightness to my video. That's another thing to note when you are shooting. The type of equipment that you use plays a big part. If you cannot, as I said, I started with the iPhone 7. If you cannot afford to buy a Canon, your iPhone is good enough. Just go and Google the settings and how it is that you can best use your device to get the best quality. But for me, I did go and invest in a ring light. But then after watching YouTube videos and learning about lighting at CreateZA, I realized that actually the best light there is sunlight, guys. Use your sunlight. All my videos now, I always make sure I shoot during the day, and I pray that I wake up and it will be sunny. It's so much more easier for me to shoot in sunlight. It's less editing for me, and then it means that I will always make sure that I look natural in my videos. To recap, CreateZA has really helped me understand my niche, understand my reason to why it is that I want to have a channel, and what it is that I know for a definite is that will make me special and make me stand out to every other content creator. Niche, knowing your why. There we've spoken about audio, your equipment. We've also spoken about pre-production and the day of recording. Please guys, do not take for granted that your background also plays a huge part in how pleasant it is for people to watch your videos. So this greenery here is strategically placed. This frame here is strategically placed so that my video looks balanced and it is holistically, or rather aesthetically, pleasing to the eye. Just like thumbnails. Thumbnails are very important because it's the first thing that people see when they search your video, or when, if you are fortunate, your video pops up on a screen for somebody who was maybe opening their YouTube just to see for random videos, or was in line researching or searching for videos that were in line with a video that you have. Now let's go a bit further into that. From the beginning of my YouTube journey, I really struggled with understanding or grasping the concept of why is it that I have to put so much emphasis on my video titles and my subscription and hashtags and thumbnails, up until obviously with everything you need to learn. That's why I'm so thankful for my experience with CreateZA. They really have opened my eyes to a lot of things. Now what I do is I really pay attention to how, first and foremost, my background is aesthetically pleasing. Number 2, I always make sure that I put a lot of time and planning into taking good pictures for my thumbnail. Third to that is using SEO. SEO, to your advantage, is the search engine optimization. In my, I don't know, let's say my understanding, that basically means that in the World Wide Web, there is YouTube, who is part of a bigger social networking giant, and there are these little micro Autobots that go through the World Wide Web. So anytime a person anywhere in the country or in the world searches a video, all these bots go through the World Wide Web looking for videos that have the words that the person is searching. Do you understand me? So if a person searches how to make a balloon garland, I now need to make sure that my videos, first and foremost, my thumbnail says balloon garlands. Number 2, my thumbnail has balloons or a balloon garland. Number 3, my title is written there, how to make a balloon garland or balloon garland tutorial, but the word balloon garland has to be there. And again, in my description, I need to help those Autobots, those little bugs. All the video descriptions, they find mine. So I always make sure whatever the title is, whatever the main focus of my title, I will repeat those words. So I will make sure that balloon garland, how to make a balloon garland, is repeated at least 4 to 5 times in my video description. And last but not least, hashtags, guys. Don't sleep on your hashtags. Those are also very important to improve your search engine optimization. The importance, as CreateZA has made me understand, is that there is benefit in putting in this time in writing proper titles, having good thumbnails and a description, so that you improve the chances of your videos being recommended to people even outside of just your niche. More so, they can help move your videos to your niche in another country, in another province, in another town, to another viewer who by any other chance would have never known that you exist. So please, guys, pay attention into your video description to assist those Autobots find your video so you can get the watch hours. As I close off my video, I really hope this information has been helpful to you. Thank you so much to CreateZA honoring me with an invite to be part of your workshop. To anybody who is interested, please let me know in the comment section if you want to know more details about all the other goodies that I have in my YouTube book that can help you create better content. Because at the end of the day, guys, the only reason why we are on this space is for content creation, and for us to stand out, we need to make sure that we are giving the best, well researched, well planned, well executed, well edited, well shot quality content. My name is Luando Nyweba. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to comment in the description box if you want to know more about CreateZA, or if you want to know more about my YouTube Bible. Until next time, I love you. Goodbye.